Alright, so we should be recording. Just clarifying a few things. Aha! Okay, hello everybody. My name is Andy Rather, and this is technically my second video. It's gonna be a lot shorter. Hold on a second, let me just, no, it's, it's technically my second video. Why it isn't? Simple. It didn't record. Like, you might have seen that, like, oh, well, if it is your first video, where is it? It's not there. I genuinely don't know what happened or why it didn't, save onto my Twitch account. And I know it's worked because I've connected it, I've made sure that it's recording, so I don't know what is going on. So anyway, I do want to talk about some things real quick. This will be on both will be recorded live here, and then it will be public when the channel goes out. Nope. Dang it, why can't I think of it? Well, hold on, just gonna get some Blackstone. But it will also be available when was it? When will it be? Oh yeah, it will be available on YouTube. Though please keep in mind it will not be perfect. There is going to be like, it's going to be the full recording. I don't know what I'm saying. I just spout some random things, I'll be honest. Never I thought I'd see that. But yeah, I'll just be... So if you want to just sit around and chat, that's 100% fine with me. That's what I'm doing. But I also think I should, like, introduce myself and talk a little bit more about who I am. So who am I? I am, well, as I said before, Andy Rather. But I am specifically and when it comes to a person, there's a lot of things that you can say about them. For starters, I am a believing a professing Christian, and though I am not the greatest Christian of all, like, I struggle to bring up my faith to a lot of people. It's still something I'm very passionate about. But something else that is about me is I am also a dungeon master. So yeah, I have a weird mixed bag. Maybe if we do this, have it be the framework. But yeah, I've been a DM for over a year now, and have been DMing the same campaign for over a year now. So, yay! Despite my ADHD, I am able to push through it. Screw you! You can't get to me. Let's see. What else do we have? Well, I can't think of anything. If you guys think of any questions you might have, I will be fully willing to answer any and all questions. Not because, like, I want to share I want to, like, push all my beliefs onto thee. No, I just want to share because I just want to. There's no rhyme or reason. I just want to share what I believe because, like, a lot of people, like, have talked, like, the conversation has come back up of, like, sharing one's belief, and like, is it really pushing one's belief onto another person? And like, that's also like a mixed bag of things. So, but in case you didn't see it, I also recently joined SMP Free, which is a new server, and so this is supposed to be like the big build for me. Like, it's supposed to be like it was supposed to be my magnum opus, but now it's just kind of here. So I mean, I probably won't build it because of like the new direction that I'm going, but who knows? Time can change. And plans can change. Maybe I will eventually build this after I get a lot of stone, wood, and go to the nether and get basalt. Because apparently, basalt, like, you would need like regular basalt to make this, which is basalt tiles. Yes, this is a modded Minecraft. And so we got new bricks that you probably noticed earlier. Especially because of this entire thing. Like, this is not natural. Like, basically, like the blocks. There is no stone tile. There's no diorite tiles. There is no stone pillar. But yeah, I really do hope to continue on this stuff. Just honestly don't know how. But I'm gonna take a break on this and let's see what else I can build. Soon the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day the tucking is done, we'll take our leave and go. Let's just take a look and see what this gives us. Just out of plain curiosity. What the heck did I just find? Did I just find world edit? How do I get out of this? Like the game, yeah, no. Crap, I screwed up. Let's just go back to here. Please fully reset. No! What? I want... No. Get a... Crap, someone help! I'm stuck! Legitimately, like, I don't even know what I even did. What happened? Ah, crap. I'm under the world. Oh gosh, I need go back. Stop, please. I need. No. Ah. Elevation, vinyl painter. Clear, clear. Ah. Someone, seriously, please help. I'd like to get out. No, operation. No. Where? Okay, delete. Nope. Okay, not what I wanted to get. Was it in tools? Uh. I want to get out. How do I get out? I am legitimately like this was a legitimate accident. Uh no. Uh uh no. Help. Style editor? No, that's okay. You know what? We're just gonna go to the survival world, which I did a lot on. I had a lot of help from two people in particular, Sam's, who some of you guys actually met, as well as Silly Serene. Um, she helped me a lot as well. But this is part of what I was trying to go for in the build. With different blocks, of course. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I say like I'm not a great builder, cause I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. But we got our nether portal, a good farm for us to take from. What else do we have? Oh yeah, a non-laggy server. That is always so great. Oh yeah, and I got diamond armor. That is also enchanted. It's a, but yeah, honestly, I got through a good portion of this world, and like, yes, a lot of it is genuinely thanks to the others. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do as much without them, so thank you to the other two players who were able to do a lot of the tests that I refused to do. But again, thank you. Honestly, this is just a matter of I don't know what to do. I guess we could just hunt for netherite. So let's do that. Let's hunt for netherite. Whoops. And I still hope for to find a basalt delta. Ow. Oh, you also might notice that it's kind of... Well, yeah, I probably should take care of that. Hold on. Let's see first. Okay, then let's just... Yeah. At least 50% should be good. Yep. Then... I chose a horrible place to try and find netherite. Okay, but I got 2 beds left, so there's still a possibility I can find some. Plus, I am just not familiar with it at all. Oh my gosh. Okay. I always tend to like have like some of the worst luck when finding like rare items like diamonds and now netherite. Okay, genuine question. Who came up with netherite hunting? Like letting this be the way to find netherite, right? Like, it seems like one of the most random ways to like say like, hey, let's go find netherite. Oh, netherite's the most powerful item. Oh, it's in the nether? Okay, let's use beds. Cause yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I went to a cave. It like the mine is down here, but we found mainly Sam's found it, but Sam's found 2 geodes, and I found a third one. And it only took me to mine all this basalt before I learned that I can't even use it to craft what I want to craft. So annoying. but this will just be a very short video. Not much can or will get done. Oh, by the way, this is to the state SMP members. Glory to West Helm! I wasn't a part of it, but I like it. Glory to West Helm. Akai Kiba is just Red Fang in Japanese. I'm a big fan of Japan. And like I actually went there a while ago. No, last year. It wasn't recent, it was last year. Jeez. I went there with my dad and we actually got to meet our uncle who lives there, and it was a really cool experience, especially because in many ways I do love Japan. Like I love it. Like Japan's like, in my opinion, personal opinion, one of the coolest places to live. But that's just coming from my American culture. But that it doesn't like if every country has their own downsides, and I'm sure if I decided I want to live there, I will immediately regret it. And some people might like think like, oh my gosh, he's an anime nerd, isn't he? Actually, no. I have watched anime before, but it's just not for me. So I actually got introduced to Japan by a different way. The thing, the worst school, like homeschool website, Monarch. I genuinely think it's the worst. And it's fun. I like, but Japan's like really fun. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Trying to think. ADHD is both a blessing and a curse. Like, I have ADHD. If you probably couldn't tell already. It's a blessing because I can come up with different topics and be able to talk about it for what feels like hours on end. However, it's a curse because then if I don't have anything to talk about, I don't know what to do. I'm like, crap, what do I do? Quick, let's talk politics. I'm kidding. This is a politic-free zone. Do not care about political opinions. I am a Christian, which will influence what I believe in concerning politics. But my first is Jesus, and the same. And before you like say like how dare I, the same thing would most likely happen for Islams, Jews, atheists, like all of them. Like what you believe will affect your political view. And I'm genuinely serious about that. I got deep sleep. What am I doing? Okay, let's just throw these in a composter. Let me. Well, hey, buddy, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying this boring TED Talk. Because let's be honest, that's what this is. A boring TED Talk. And... oh gosh, let's see. Yep. Why did I throw that? Is there any questions you have? Like, it doesn't have to be like what I believe. It could be about anything. You could ask me like, what's my favorite food? Food. If I could, would I rather fight a gorilla or a bear? or why would I, or how much of an idiot I am, and I can quickly answer that. I am a dungeon master, so that should answer your question. For those of you that aren't familiar with D&D, I'm basically saying I'm stupid enough to find players to DM, or I don't know anymore. Okay, let's go. We'll go on mining session mainly just to gather some deep slate, and then we'll finish the wall, and then we'll end it here because it's pretty late for me. Well, let's make this easier to get to, because this is like the most random of entryways. Let's put this here. Okay. This should be quick and easy. Alright, what to talk about? Oh, you want to hear a controversial opinion? This is probably gonna get a bit of hate, but meh, who knows, maybe not. I don't think any fandom is toxic. Now, the reason why I say that is because it's not that I don't believe that people aren't toxic, or like, oh, no one is toxic. No, because there are toxic people. I'm a Christian, and I know that there are plenty of toxic Christians toxic people that proclaim themselves as Christians, and so I am very familiar with it. But the reason why I say I don't think it's toxic is because you're basically like saying that an entire group of people is toxic. Ergo, if you like a certain topic, then that means you're toxic as well. Like, you can apply this to the Star Wars fandom. I have seen so many people talk about how toxic the Star Wars fandom is. Now, granted, there are a lot of people with opinions and about like certain products, like the sequel trilogy, that I very much disagree with. But there are also a lot of Star Wars fans that have genuine reasons for why they don't like something. Like, I might not like the sequel trilogy, but I would at least like to try and defend myself with the reasons why I don't like the sequel trilogy. And it's not because like I don't, and like I want, and like if you like the sequel trilogy, I'm not gonna hate you for it. The problem becomes like why I believe so many people like talk about like why fandoms are toxic is because of people like because the most vocal people are toxic. Like, some people just like to have their own opinion and just not talk about it because my opinion. why should it matter? Like, but then you have people who like to gatekeep things, oh wait, oh you like to see, like you can see this with like a lot of people like saw this with like the prequel trilogy. A lot of people didn't like the prequel trilogy. Now there were some valid reasons why they didn't like the prequel trilogy, but there were also a lot of reasons that were incredibly stupid. And the Jedi weren't like how I imagined them to be. Like, but the prequel, but it wasn't about how good the Jedi was. It was about their downfall. We all knew that the Jedi Order was going to die by the end of Revenge of the Sith. The only question was how. But and so but I also understand I can understand why it can be frustrating, especially for a lot of older fans who grew up with the original trilogy, heard these legendary myths about the Jedi, and then then watch the prequel trilogy and are like, what is this? This is nothing like Obi-Wan said. And I get it, it's frustrating, but that's no reason to gatekeep, basically say, oh, you like the prequel trilogy? You're not a Star Wars fan. Or, oh, you like the sequel trilogy? You're not a Star Wars fan. That is what makes that's what can make a person toxic. It does not make a fandom toxic, because what you're trying to argue is about when it comes to a fandom being toxic, is that the whole community is like that. It's not. That would be like saying oh, Lord of the Rings fans are toxic because they are Tolkien purists. Honestly, I don't think Tolkien purists are toxic. Now they might have their toxic traits that might make them hard to listen to or to understand their perspective, but I don't think that makes them. But for someone to become truly toxic to the point of they're abusive or something, or they gatekeeping and stuff like that, they need to actively show hatred to everything. And I, as a person, there are many Star Wars products that I genuinely like. I like The Mandalorian, which probably very obvious, but I think a lot of people like The Mandalorian. I also like Bad Batch, Tales of the Jedi, Clone Wars, obviously, can't forget that. There are a lot of... Why am I leaving it? The bed's right there. There are a lot of Star Wars projects that I genuinely like. But there are also Star Wars projects that I don't like. I'm not going to name it because I think it would be the most obvious one, because it's obvious. But one example that can come to mind is... Shoot, what is one that can come to mind? Let me think. Okay, now I'm just realizing how many Star Wars products that are hated that are just too obvious to hate. Dang. But let me try and think. What Star Wars product do I not like? Why can't I think of one? I want to say, oh yeah, Star Wars Visions. I don't like Star Wars Visions. Like, I know, like, that's become, like, a real popular one. Personally, don't like it. I was... It was mainly because I was just taken aback by, the, how much of an episodic story and how it changes from, like, how the animation style changes from episode to episode. That I was like, this is not for me. Also, I do not like Tales of the Sith. No, Tales of the Empire. My mistake. Mainly because it just... I don't think it's good. Simple as that. It's one of those moments where I think they should have given more time for Barasafi's story, so that her transition from good to evil seems more seamless and understandable. Instead, they're like, they begin her 3 episodes like, oh, she just became an inquisitor of Darth Vader, which ironic because he was the one that put him in prison. But wait, hey, very next episode, she is now rebelling against the Empire. She just betrayed the Empire. 3rd episode, years later, Barasafi has disappeared and dies. That whole story doesn't feel fulfilling. Like with Count Dooku, it felt like we saw a bit of a progression of his character. How we saw hints of him, like his how he thinks of like peacekeepers and how his thought process influenced Qui-Gon. Yes, but we also saw how what's his fate. But we also knew a lot of his story. So when we get to his death, when we get to the events that happened during episode 1, we kind of understood his perspective a bit more, like how he was, how and why he turned to the dark side, and why even in the Sea of Sith Lords, he is extremely different from the other Siths. But with Barasafi, we don't get much of that, which is a real shame because Barasafi is a really interesting character. And honestly, the Morgan Elsbeth, I just did not care for. I don't know. It's become one of those things where it's like, it exists, I guess. Don't know what you want me to say about it. Wait a minute, but I mean, yeah, that's most of it. So, in a sense, thank you for joining my this episode of just random chats on Minecraft, where I just chat on what's on my mind, and I will not shut up because ADHD holds more power than you could ever possibly imagine. I don't know if I will do this again next week, but hopefully I am able to get the other one done and over with. No, I'm sorry. Hopefully I will be able to record the next episode of SMP Free with no complications. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. See ya, howdy y'all, bye bye.